School podcast. We are thrilled to share news, interviews, and anecdotes with our school community through our newly launched school podcast. Listen and learn about all the incredible things taking place at our school.
We will start by listening to the student council interviews and how they are creating a positive change in our school. Next, we will delve into the latest updates on school events, academic achievements, and student accomplishments. Stay tuned for insightful discussions and inspiring stories from our students and staff members.
Hello, this is Seb Richards and Zaid Sattar, and today we'll be interviewing Mr Brandreth for Student Council.
Hi boys.
Hello. Hello. So, first question, what are your plans for this term alone?
Okay, this term alone, we are planning to set up a Year 3 reading area in the activity street, and we'll be looking at having a variety of books in there from a variety of authors, but also thinking about an author of the month in there.
Ooh.
So we're talking about how big that's going to be and where that's going to be specifically. So that's quite an exciting thing. Thinking about soft cushions and things like that in there.
What 6 C's are you using in in student council?
Well, they have to come up with a number of ideas. So creativity would definitely come in there. They have to turn up every week to the school council meeting if we're able to have it on a Tuesday, which is our day. So that's commitment as well. They had to be very courageous, didn't they, to stand up and put themselves forward for school council.
Doing their
speeches. And then standing for the voting and things like that. I don't know have you guys ever done that before?
Yeah.
We did voting.
But did you put yourself forward?
No.
Yeah, I did,
doing it
but I didn't get it.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It takes a bit of bravery. So there's the number of the 60s that I can think of. They're I suppose curiosity. They go home and they look things up and they research things and they come back with ideas about the different events that we've talked about and the different plans that we've come up with. A number of the 6 C's that hit most of the time in the school council, which we're very proud of.
And do you have anything related around the sports area? I know that these people in Year 3 have just came from Year 2 and obviously are allowed to go on the tag turf and the cage. So do you have any ideas for that?
They haven't come up with any ideas when it comes to sport. We've come up with ideas about art. We're going to make an artist wall. Again, we've got to think about where it's going to be sited. And that'll be for the Year 3s to draw on and to produce some artwork on. Not scribble on, but produce some artwork on. Not really stuff to do with the cage yet. What will be interesting is we're just about to swap around from the Year 3s will be moving out of the cage and starting to share a space with the Year 2s. So that will be interesting to see if anything comes out of that.
So
Right,
thank
guys.
you for letting us borrow 5 minutes of your time.
No problem at all. Anytime.
Okay. Hello, this is Sebastian Richards, and today I'm going to interview Miss Davies, the Year 4 Student Council. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, you?
Yes, I'm great, thank you.
First question is, what do you have that you think is going to be good for this year?
Well, we have been having many discussions within the student council. We've made some suggestion boxes where the children are able to share their ideas with us in the student council meetings, and we're taking them forward to Mrs Armstrong. So we have made a student council board where the children are able to know who the representatives are from each class, and we are in the process now of trying to organise a fun evening for the Year 4 children and planning on creating a reading corner to help benefit the children to have somewhere to go and read books.
Sounds really good. Is there anything to do with sports? Because I know Year 6 thinking of moving a nurse office closer to the Tiger Turf.
Oh, okay, that's a great idea. To do with sports, some ideas that came out of the suggestion boxes was to get more playtime equipment. So that is something we are looking at.
Is there anything else that you think the listeners right now would like to know?
Just that if you want to make a change to the school, make sure that you put your name forward next year to ensure that you get that opportunity and be able to share your ideas within the school and within the classes. And it's just fun to get involved with your school and try and make a change to the environment and to your everyday life that you are part of.
Sounds very good. And do the Year 4 Student Council like the meetings that you guys have?
I think so. They're really keen and are attending our meetings, which happen every fortnightly, or depends on what we're doing. We just did an assembly a few weeks ago so the children could introduce themselves to the Year 3 and 4s, and that was lovely to give them the opportunity to use their own voice and to just let the children know who they are.
I think that is it. Anything else you would like to add?
No, I think that's great. It's been wonderful speaking to you, Seb.
Thank you for letting us take 3 minutes out of your time for this podcast.
Of course, anytime. It's lovely to
Thank
speak
you
to
very much.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Seb Richards and we are going to interview Miss Karaolis. Hello.
Hello.
We're just going to ask a few questions about the Student Council. Is that okay?
Yes, great.
Okay.
So the first question is, what do you want to focus on for rather this half term or for the term ahead?
Okay, the focus for the Student Council in term 2 is to create a wall mural for the end of the Year 5 street. So the Student Council members chose a number of designs, and then we created a Google form, and all of Year 5 had to vote on the design that they liked the most. And now we are in the process of creating a stencil that eventually the students will paint. So that's our focus for this term.
Okay,
Sounds
thank you.
good. Is there any 6C that you're focusing right now? Because I know Year 6 have some 6Cs that they're focusing.
I think it would come down to creativity.
Creativity.
The wall mural is all about creativity.
And do you have any plans for the PE department in Year 5?
They helped us out when we did the sleepover on the Tiger Turf.
Yeah. Do you think that there is going to be anything else that the listeners right now would want to know?
We're working really hard from the beginning of the year, and I'm very proud of them. They've shown a lot of commitment, they've shown a lot of creativity, and it's a great opportunity for leadership. So if anyone's considering being a member of the Student Council, I hope they will go for it.
Okay.
The next
What are
election.
some of the main ideas that you like that have been recommended to the Student Council?
One was the sleepover on the Tiger Turf, which we were able to do. We have the wall mural, and something that the Year 5 students are really looking forward to is ordering from Cafe 61. And that will be the next initiative in term 3 for the Student Council to organise. I think you might remember from last year.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for letting us borrow some of your time.
Thank you very much. It was very interesting and enjoyable
Get
chatting with you.
Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.
Hello, this is Seb Richards here and I'm going to interview Moksh Surender Singh. He is currently the Year 6 Student Council and we are going to keep you updated for our school podcast. Hello, Moksh.
Hello, Seb.
Do you guys have any news about what you want for this half term?
A sleepover for all children in Year 6. So
You know, I actually really agree with that. I think I actually put it in the idea box.
Yeah,
But
'cause
also, what is your main focus? I know I've been hearing about the 6Cs recently.
yeah, so every half term we have to focus on
a new 6C. Last half term it was compassion, and this half term it's committed. So the reason we chose committed is because all the stuff that's been going on which we have to be committed to, such as BSME, new skill, enterprise.
Do you think there is going to be any sports update? Like, is anything going to move closer to Tiger Turf? So do you think anything like that is going to happen?
So we have been trying to have a nurse station near the Tiger Turf because most people get injured during the Tiger Turf, and the nurse station and the Tiger Turf are a pretty long distance in fairness. So I think having a nurse station right next to the Tiger Turf will really help children.
But what about the sports department?
The sports department. So we have been discussing what a handball ECA or a Foursquare ECA, which I think is a pretty idea, but we're...
Okay. I think that is going to be it today. Thank you for listening. Oh, do you have anything else?
Year 6 have been making a newspaper for a school newspaper about all the events which is happening, so that we want to help year 5 be more interested of what's looking forward to be in year 6.
I'm surprised why they wouldn't be looking forward to being to year 6. Anyway, is that it?
Yes, that is. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking 10 minutes out of your break time. I'm very sorry for that.
Thank you for inviting me to your podcast, and it's no problem. I love getting interviews.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Today, we will be telling you about the deadliest, top 10 deadliest animals in the world.
At 10, there are sharks.
They kill around 5 people every year.
At 9, there are elephants.
With 500 kills per year.
Sheesh, that's a lot. Wow. Now, at 8, there are hippos.
They kill 550 people per year.
On average. At 7, it's a tsetse fly.
Which kills 5,000 per year.
At 6, it's a kissing bug.
Which kills 10,000 people per year.
At 5, it's a crocodile.
With 5,000 kills per year. At 4, it's a freshwater snail with 200,000 kills per year. At 3, it's dogs and wolves with 50,000 kills per year. At 2, it's snakes claiming the silver medal with 100,000 kills per year. At first place, claiming the gold medal, it's mosquitoes with 1 million kills per year.
This was from the website A to Z Animals. The people who are making this are Cape Jacobs, Sultan Alamadi, and Stanislas Robert.
I'm Emery. I am Anya. I am Shania. And we are from 5F. We are going to be interviewing Mr Roycroft. What do you usually do on a weekend?
On a weekend, I like to stay in bed a little bit longer than usual on Friday and Saturday. Then I normally go shopping to get food for the rest of the week. After that, I would probably meet my wife for lunch. And then after we've had lunch, we would normally go for coffee. And after that, we would normally go for a walk. So we often go for a walk at the Ritz, which is really nice. And on a Saturday afternoon and also in the evening, I would watch the football on television. So that would be my fairly typical Bahrain weekend.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Do I have any hidden talents? Well, I'm afraid I'm not very musical. I can't play any musical instruments, although I do like listening to music. One thing I was really proud of was when I lived in Japan for a year. I was almost fluent in Japanese by the end of the year. So I can still remember quite a lot of Japanese, but I can't speak it fluently. So perhaps you might call that a hidden talent.
Okay. Do you have any pets that you've had or would like to own?
Well, when I was your age, I had a little hamster called Merlin, who died actually after only about 3 months, which obviously made me really sad.
What happened to Merlin?
I don't know. I think he just might have died of old age, or maybe the boredom of being in his cage all the time. But actually, I can remember we used to let him out in the living room once a week. We'd shut the doors and then let him into the living room. And he would run round and chew the carpets and drive my mum mad.
Okay.
But now we've got a cat called Penguin, which my son Thomas adopted.
What makes a good day at school?
Well, the good day for me is when the students in my class are happy. I think that's the most important thing. If students are happy, then they enjoy their learning. So for me, the best day is when I can see that the children have enjoyed their learning and that they've been happy.
What's the worst thing about being a teacher?
There aren't many things that are really bad. The worst thing might be having to go to lots of meetings, because they're not much fun. I would sooner be in the classroom with the children, to be honest. But don't tell Mr. Fellows.
Okay, so what's like the best thing about being a teacher?
Best thing is I love working with children, because children are our future.
So that's the reason you became a teacher?
Yes. And I love education. I think education is so important for the individual and also for society. So I don't want children to waste the opportunity.
What sort of morning routine do you have to get jazzed for class?
Well, I normally get to school at 7:15. Then I will release the lessons on Google Classroom. I will have normally set them up the night before, but I'll release them in the morning. And then I look at our daily schedule and make sure that all of the resources are in the classroom, make sure that the classroom is tidy, make sure that all of the marking is up to date, and so on. So I normally find that if I get in at 7:15, that gives me enough time to get ready for the children coming in.
Sometimes I have to get to school at 6 a.m.
Really? Wow. That's early, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing that you've made that commitment, Emily.
What would the students be surprised to find out about you?
Let me think, Shania. So I would say that most people perhaps wouldn't know that before I was in teaching, I was a firefighter. So I did that for 6 years before I went to university to do a degree. So I did 2 years in Norfolk, which is a small countryside fire brigade in England. And then I went to Birmingham for 4 years in the West Midlands Fire Service. So I think most people might be a little bit surprised to find that out.
What degrees did you get?
I did a degree in sociology because it was something that I was really interested in at the time. And then after sociology, I did the PGCE, which allows you to be a teacher.
Did you like being a firefighter?
I did like being a firefighter. It was very exciting. I was a lot younger then, so I joined when I was 18. I left when I was 24. So at that time, it was really exciting. Going down the street really fast, blue lights flashing, and then working with a team and solving people's problems, fighting fires, helping people at road accidents, and so on.
Did you ever have a major fire that you had to take care of?
Was there something very serious?
Well, we had one fire at a supermarket in Birmingham, which was very serious. So there were about 20 fire engines that went. And we had to go into the supermarket wearing breathing apparatus because it was very smoky. So we went in wearing breathing apparatus and dragging hoses with us, and team after team had to go in. So we would go in for 30 minutes and then come out again because the oxygen had run out exactly, and then the next team went in and so on. And unfortunately at that fire there was something called a flashover. So the fire can't find any oxygen, so it'll burst through a door or a window to find oxygen, and when that happened at the supermarket, all of the windows at the front smashed. And unfortunately, 2 firefighters were caught in that flashover, and they were quite seriously injured. So I feel very lucky because they were in the building about 20 minutes after I came out. So that was probably one of the most serious incidents.
If you won the lottery and decided to give it up teaching, what would you do instead?
Well, I'd love to catch up on reading. I never seem to have time to read as much as I want to. I'd love to do a lot more walking. That's something I like to do in the summer holidays. When we were in Nepal, we did a lot of walking in the Himalayas, so I would love to go back there and do some more trekking, I would say.
Well, okay, so we have reached the end of our interview. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Roycroft.
Well, thank you, girls, for being brilliant interviewers. You have done a fantastic job, and I look forward to hearing the recording. Thank you very much.
Today we'll be interviewing Rayan from 60. Hello, Rayan. Hello to you too. Now, how old are you? I'm 10 years old. And what are you liking about St. Chris? Well, the teachers are very nice, and the special lesson teachers are also really nice. Okay, so do you have any favorite subjects? Math, English, science, Arabic, Islam, art. Okay, basically all of them. Okay. And what are your hobbies? I like to play basketball, tennis, and paddle, and I also like Lego. Okay, and what do you want to be when you grow up? An orthopedic surgeon. And do you think that St. Chris can take you there? I think it could in some aspects, but like some of them I might have to do from home. Okay. And did you join any clubs? I'm in the basketball squad. Okay. And anything else? No. Okay. Well, thank you for the time. We'll be interviewing Adam Ashoor from 60. Now, Adam, how old are you? Well, since I was born in 2012, it's probably obvious that I'm 11 years old. Okay. And do you have any hobbies? Please forgive me, St. Chris. One of them is gaming. I have some other hobbies, like I have some martial arts, jiu-jitsu. Yeah, and like 1% football. I play defense. And do you have any favorite subjects? Subjects. I'd say PE because it just feels like a break from all the other lessons. Okay, and what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't really know, but I'm still working on it. Okay. Is there any interesting facts about you? Yeah, I've been student council twice in year 4 and year 6. Okay. And what changes do you want in the school? I want them to do more charities for humanitarian aid for Palestine. Okay. Well, thank you for your time, and that's... Today we'll be interviewing Nyle Siddiqui from 5A. Hello, Nyle.
Hello, everyone. It's an honor to be on this podcast. Thank you for inviting me here.
You're welcome. Now, how old are you?
I am 9 years old. I was born into April 16th, 2014.
Okay. And are you liking St. Chris?
So, yes, I am. I'm really enjoying St. Chris. I've been here since nursery, and it's like amazing. I've really enjoyed my time here with my social friends and everyone.
Okay. And do you have any hobbies?
Yes. I like to play basketball a lot. I am very good at chess. I like today, straight after school, I'm going to a chess tournament where the top 3 chess players from the entire junior school go to compete against three of the best people from other schools.
Okay, well, good luck. And do you
Thank
have
you.
any favorite subjects?
Yes, my favorite one is definitely PE. I like PE because I love running around. I love doing sports, and I think I'm very good at it.
Okay, and what do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I would want to. There are actually multiple things I want to be. I would either want to be an author, a scientist, or a chemical engineer.
Okay. And do you think that San Chris can take you there?
I think it can. Just knowing that that St. Christopher School is in the top 100 private schools in the entire world, I think if I graduate from the school, I can go into great universities and achieve what I want to be.
Okay, and before we end this, what changes do you want in the school?
I've been here ever since nursery. I can't think of too many, but I just have a few. Actually, one. I would want the break times to be a little bit longer.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. Today we'll be interviewing Roberto Nunez from 6C. Okay, Roberto, how old are you?
I'm 11.
Okay, and are you liking San Chris?
Yes, very a lot.
Why?
Because there's so much people here and I just like making friends to play, and it's always a fun place for everyone to come. Even with my friends here, Jawad and Dylan, and my class 6C.
Okay, and do you have any hobbies?
I like drawing a lot, and also yeah, I think so, drawing.
Okay, do you have any favorite subjects?
I think so has to be art and music.
Any interesting facts about you?
I like to draw. I make random names, and I enjoy a lot. I'm good at tennis a lot.
Tennis?
Tennis.
Okay. And before we close up, what changes do you want in school?
I think so has to be. I think so, like eating inside the cafe because if when it's summer, when it's summer, then we need air. So I think so, eating inside the cafe when it's break.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. Today we'll be interviewing Jawad from 6B. Now, Jawad, how old are you?
I'm 10.
Okay. And are you liking San Chris?
Yeah, except we're thinking about moving to ASB, but I don't think I want to do it.
Okay. Well, that's good that you're saying. Do you have any hobbies?
Well, I like art, and I also like graphic design.
Why?
I don't know, just I like how it's always abstract and you can find different things and like different ideas.
Okay. Do you have any favorite subjects?
Well, art, math, and English.
Okay. Any interesting facts about you?
I also draw self-portraits of people.
Okay. And what do you want to be when you grow up?
Probably a graphic designer.
And do you think St. Chris can take you there?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, before we close up, what changes do you want in St. Christopher School?
I think maybe more roles for students. Like, you know how there's student council? Maybe more of those. So students don't feel left out.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time, and that's it. Today we will be interviewing Mahatva from 6C. Now, Mahatva, how old are you?
I'm 10 years old, turning 11.
Okay. And are you liking St. Chris?
Oh, I'm loving it here. I'm actually new to the school, and I'm enjoying my time a lot.
Okay. Do you have any hobbies?
Oh, I like playing chess and football, and I love math.
Okay. So would that be your favorite subject?
Yes,
Why?
math and PE actually.
Why?
Because I like solving problems and I love just taking a break from the other lessons and playing around. That's why I like PE.
And what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a scientist or a footballer.
And the last question, what changes do you want in the school?
Um, well, I just want the school to have better, like, toilet system because it's really crowded around those areas. So, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Emery.
I'm Anya.
I'm Shania. And we're from St. Christopher's School. Today we are going to be interviewing Mr. Fontanetti from the Cafe 61. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
My name is Alison. My first name is Alison Fontanetti. I am from Brazil originally, and I have lived in the UK for 23 years, and now in Bahrain for just over 5 years.
Okay.
I've been working with St. Christopher's School for 3.5 years.
That's nice.
What do you believe is your greatest strength when it comes to working in a cafe?
A very good team player, and I also like to help my colleagues and the family.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years regarding your professional career?
Well, I keep trying to learn new things. I keep studying. I keep reading about the business, not only coffee shops, but hospitality in general. And I believe that in 5 years' time, I still see myself here. This is my plan. I'll still be here, hopefully running more than just the one coffee shop. We'll have 2 big coffee shops.
What keeps you motivated during your day?
I really enjoy what I do. So I plan myself. So during the week, I know what I have to do on each day. And I make sure that all tasks are done, and I follow up on them. And so I enjoy very much what I do on the day-to-day.
What's your favorite food in the cafe?
My favorite food in the cafe would have to be one of the muffins. White chocolate and raspberry muffin is one of my favorites.
Wow. What are your personal hobbies and interests?
I love cooking, fishing, and spending time with my family.
How do you handle working under pressure?
It's very important to remain calm and to take one task at a time.
So, how do you decide for what frozen ice cream flavor each week?
We usually ask the students what flavors they prefer, and then we try and alternate so that every week we have a different flavor, and we run usually fruit-based flavors. We run them for 7 to 8 weeks, different ones, and then we rotate them.
How do you feel about working at St. Christopher's School?
I love working at St. Christopher's School. I love the community. My wife works at St. Christopher's School. She's the voice teacher. My son studies in St. Christopher's School, so for me it's like a family.
What do you enjoy doing the most at the cafe?
What I enjoy the most is every early morning I spend time with Sanjana, our chef, in the kitchen, and we prepare a lot of food together for both schools. So I think working in the cafe, that is my favorite part, is the first time of the day, and also having a coffee in the morning. I love coffee.
What's the funniest thing about working here?
I think the funniest thing about working here is the people I work with. First of all, they're very hard-working, but they're very fun to work with, and we have a lot of laughter here, and we enjoy working together.
If you accidentally gave the customer the wrong change, how would you rectify it, and why?
Well, if we were to give the wrong change, of course we would check to make sure if I gave the wrong change, if I gave less money, we would check again, make sure that the money was correct or not, if the money was correct or not, and then we'll just give the correct money to the customer.
Where's been your favorite place you've worked so far?
My favorite place of work, I must say, it has been here at St. Chris, because it's different from every other work that I've done, although I work in the food business as well, but I've enjoyed it most here.
Do you have any secret recipes that you would like to share with us?
Secret recipe? Ooh. Now, I like, for example, to have sometimes, as a treat, a toasty. Now, I don't like to have just turkey and cheese. I like to add some onions and some tomatoes on it. But we put a lot of, I would put a lot of oreganos and maybe a little bit of chilies on it as well to spice it up. It's delicious. But if you don't like it spicy, just with oregano, it's perfect.
So we have reached the end of our interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me. I've enjoyed it.
I hope you enjoyed listening to our amazing show. But before we end, I just want to say a huge thank you to all our members who have contributed to this podcast. Ishaq Ahmed, Sultan Al-Ahmadi, Mania Churiwala, Neve Quinn, Sebastian Richards, Stanislas Robert, Shania Shahzad, Emery Takwa E.N., Mahatva Jain, Zaid Satar, and Nyle Siddiqui. Now another thank you to everyone who has sacrificed their time for our interviews. Finally, we must not forget the person who made this all possible. A huge thank you to Gareth Richards. There's nothing left to say except thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next time.